Before I get this video started, I want to show you guys everything that I've been dealing with the car. Especially you guys been knowing the battery problems I've been having. So as you guys know, the car wasn't starting for like a couple of days. So the battery was actually it went bad. I took it to AutoZone again, and they tested it out. So they told me the battery wasn't no good. So the good thing I did have warranty on the battery, I think for 3 years. So I was able to get a new one, which is a Duralast Gold. And then also with the terminal post, um, I was having trouble also as well. Um, Reason why is because every time I put this terminal on the post, I tighten it and it will still fit loose. So what I had to do, I had to push all this terminal. I had to hit it down all the way down until it pretty much hit flush to the battery, and then tighten it back up. So now it's real stable and tight now, so it won't be able to move no more. But other than that, the car's working good now. So I've been driving it every day pretty much. So there's no battery problems more so far. So yeah, guys, catch you guys in a bit. And just like that, we are back in the Dodge Charger. So you guys know, the car currently has 162,000 miles. So I actually been having this car for about 7-8 years now. So roughly, I've been since I got it. I put like about 60, 70,000 miles. Because when I first bought the car, it had about 90 to 100,000 miles. So after all those years, I put all those miles in, and this was actually my first car that I bought. So for this car, I had a daily every single day, and yeah, and then after that, I just started doing some research on the car because I didn't really know much about it. So the first thing I just wanted like a V8 car, I just wanted to feel some power, something different. And yeah, I did some research on these type of cars, and not much didn't pop out on these cars. So mostly like the newer generations were coming out, and mostly like the problems that I noticed on these cars was like suspension work. They usually tend to go out pretty quickly on these cars, and especially the front brakes and the rotors. Reason why is because these cars are really heavy, and besides they're really big cars, so they do tend to wear and tear pretty quickly. And other than that, I've been really happy with this car. But when I first bought it, I wasn't planning to stay with it for this long. I was actually maybe to stay with it maybe for like a year, or maybe two of the longest, then maybe sell it or trade it in for something else, for maybe something newer, maybe a same car, but newer generation. But as the years went by, I started adding stuff on it, like upgrading and all that kind of stuff. So I just changed my mind out, and just stay with the car better. And yeah, so I didn't really want to trade it in or anything like that, so I just wanted to keep it better. But yeah, guys, mostly like the problems I've been having with this car. So with this car, I ended up actually changing out the suspension 2 times. And then I did that. So the suspension that I actually went with was from Maxine Beating Rods. I think it is called like the Max Beating Rods, something like that, from the company. So that suspension, all the suspension work that I put on it, it's all adjustable. So I could either adjust the ride height either up or lower. So I went with that. I went that route. The one before I did this was a regular suspension work, and then I changed that one out. That one started squealing, then bouncing around the car. So and then went with the Max Speeding Rods. The next thing I do need to change on this car, it's the upper control arms and the sway bar links. So that's gonna be next on that, and then my tires as well. I need to change on my tires. But other than that, guys, when I first bought the vehicle, I was happy with the car. I was driving it around. But the next couple of days after, um, that went out pretty quickly on the car was the water pump. Because one day that I noticed when I had parked it outside, I seen like a big leak in the bottom. And I was just a little bit worried to see what that was. So I went to go drop it off at a mechanics, and they told me it was a water pump. So I had to replace that. So that went out, and then I also had to change out the thermostat, change all the cooling fluids, and then I had to change the separating belt, and then also one of the pulleys as well too. I think had to be replaced, and then after that, I had to replace my radiator because I went out right after that. So that had to be another thing. I wasn't ready to wear it, because as you get a used car, things come up out of nowhere. So I wasn't really too stressed out, or a little upset with the car, but things happen for a reason. So I changed that, and then I'm trying. Oh, the power steering pump, I changed that too as well. So that went out on the car. And then stuff like that, just wear and tear stuff. But other than that, I was kept up on the service on the vehicle. The oil changes, spark plugs, stuff like that. I also had to change the coil packs because I think was one of them was misfiring, but that was replaced. But I pretty much replaced all of them. But yeah, guys, I'm actually happy with this car. So if you guys barely starting to get on this Mopar stuff or any type of V8 car, or considering maybe this generation Charger, you guys won't regret getting one of these type of cars. Just the mileage on the gas, is really low. So you guys gonna have to fill up pretty quickly on these type of cars because they tend up to waste gas real quick. But other than that, guys, the maintenance part, uh, just the most expensive thing is, well, this one takes up 7 quarts of oil. So it's a little bit more expensive than any little type of car. So costs us more money. And then on the spark plugs as well, it takes 16. I never thought I was gonna take up so many spark plugs, on this type of car. But the ones that I get usually, back then I used to go for the Champions spark plugs, which is the original one that it takes. So now that I changed them up, I upgraded to a different, better ones, which is I think NGK, something like that. So they're a little bit more expensive. So that was the last time I purchased them, they were like about for 16 for like $200 and something. The good thing about myself that usually everything that turns out or wears out on the car, I know a little bit of mechanics, so I save a little bit more money on myself. So yeah, like all the service, like mostly like the little simple stuff on the mechanics area, I easily could do that myself. But yeah, I'm pretty much happy with this car. I still want to do way more stuff on this. That I want to change up and upgrade and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, guys, that's gonna be it for this video. I just want to give a little short video for you guys. Give you guys a little update on the miles. How long these cars have been lasting me until now, still going, still pushing hard. These cars are really fun to drive. You can do a lot with them. It's really fun to drive them. But yeah, guys, I just want to give a quick video for you guys.